Hey, Janet, Terry, Laverne, Oliver just sitting here. He's purring so loud, aren't you? Y'all probably can't hear him, but he is purring so loud. How y'all doing? Finally got my artist trading cards, my ATCs in from Joanne and Keeks. Hi, Adria, Beth. Let's see who else I miss. Let me get a sip of my lemon water here. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to lay down. You're gonna have to lay down. You're gonna be knocking things over. You're the clunky one. Hi, Kat. How y'all doing? I gotta pull down the prompts. Every time I see Terry, it reminds me I gotta get the prompts down. Hi, Christine, Dawn. Thanks everybody for stopping in. We're gonna be coloring. Well, it's under here in the in the little folk, and I got a little happy mail and my artist trading card. So let's see who else am I missing. Thanks everybody for stopping. I know it's early, especially on the West Coast. It's only 5:30 out there. So y'all know I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. I did get me a banana out so my voice doesn't crack. Let me go ahead and take a quick bite. I can get the prompts down. Oh. There we go. There we go, Oliver. Let's see. It's a little crooked here. So yeah, I've been in my head about Inktober poster. I'm gonna do Ink Tober. I'm trying to get up the excitement. Trying to make myself excited about Ink Tober. Let's see. uh, let's see. Hi, Arlene. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for lurking, Arlene. Lurk away. So, Missy. Who else was I missing? Uh, Esther. Good morning. So, yeah, I'll give it a couple minutes. I like to say good morning to everybody. Make sure you have all messages clicked above the chat window. Otherwise, you don't see all the chat. And hi, Taylor. How you doing? Angie, did I say, well, hi, Angie, if I missed saying good morning or if you just came in. Um, okay, all right, I'll quit petting you. You can sit there and purr. Sit there and purr. All right, let's see if I can get the light. The light's fighting with Oliver for attention. I'm going to put him down here in a minute on the floor. Oh, there he goes. All right, now we got space. So, so yeah, we're going to color in Little Folk today. I already picked out the page. I haven't seen Tina here yet, but Tina picked the page. So, it's a page. She wanted to color that. I said, well, you pick a page. I'll color along with you. Hi, Linda B. Let's see who else. I think I've caught everybody so far. Thanks, everybody. So yeah, Tina picked the page, and I think we're going to color. At least start with markers. You know, I always always use color pencils along with whatever base I do, whether it's acrylic markers, watercolor, watered down acrylic paint, pan pastels, whatever base I put down on my color book pages, I always add color pencils. I just do. I have been working a little bit more on the ones. I've just been working here, just like picking one in here and working on them. So I'm working on her still, got her face to finish. And of course, these are not, they've just got these I base coated with watered down acrylic brush markers. So I took the brush marker. Let me just grab a random brush marker. Okay, I take a brush marker and I put it down on a non-porous surface. It can either be like this, it can be a piece of plastic, like just a piece of packaging, put it down there, and then just, keep a little water to the side. And with the brush, kind of pull in. Let me get a little, do I have a little brush right here? With the little brush, just kind of pull in some water, just a little bit. And then I base coated these. So these have been all base coated with acrylic brush, watered down brush markers. And of course, now I got to go in here with pencil. So, but I have added a little bit more to them, but not a whole lot. So, of course, this one's got stickles on her, silver stickles and liquid pearls. So I got to finish up these. I've just been working on them a little here and there. And then today we're going to work in the little folk. So let's see, what's the little brush you use to paint the base color? These these are little brushes that you can get. Look under fingernail brushes. I don't know what they're, fingernail tools, probably fingernail tools. And when you order some brushes like this, and you usually get some. Let's see, do I have one over here? You get some of these too. You get the little dot tools, embossing tools, if you will. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Tina. I was just talking about how you picked our page today. So, and they're like, you can get like 15 tools, brushes, and tips for like $5. It's really, and they're not going to last you forever. But what I like about them is they're just perfect for some details. They're tiny. Get in there with and then you get your you also get your dot tools. Got my little what you call it on the table there. Should just zoom in one. Let's see. I'm a little far away. I kind of was far away so that y'all could see Oliver. Hi, View. Let's see who else is here. Annette. Let's see who else. Teresa. Oh, you decided to do yours with watercolor pencils? Okay. Have you finished it? Because I haven't seen you post. So you need to post it, Tina, if you're finished. You may not be finished. Don't forget, guys, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Let's see. Or if I've missed anybody, I don't mean to. You haven't finished it yet. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show y'all the one that Tina picked. And then I'll do a flip of the book. So this is what the spot that it was in, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. So Tina, I cut it out. Tina picked Leaf Rider. And she just said that she's doing hers in watercolor pencils. I'm going to start with alcohol markers. I haven't done alcohol markers in a while. So we're going to start with alcohol markers and then pencils. Hi, 70s kid. The one was behind. Oh, well, thanks for being here. Let's see. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. And again, I'll do a flip through the book here in just a minute. I wanted to show the Happy Mail, and then we're going to do our prompts real quick. And let's see, is this good? Looks pretty good. I don't know. I'll probably have to turn down the brightness when I go to color. Let's see. Hello, Ellen. Let's see. Oh, wait. Tina's showing me that she partially cut. Can I show it, Tina? Oh, it's pretty. That is nice. Can I show it? I don't know if you want me to show it till you're done. You let me know, Tina. Tina messaged it to me. So let me know if thanks, Kat. Kat put a link to the book. Okay, Tina said it's fine. Okay, so Here we go. Let's see here. So here it is so far. There's what Tina's got so far. Look at that background. That's a beautiful background. She's doing it with watercolor pencils. She's just, she's not done, looking good. Look at that hair. That is pretty. Very nice, Tina. It should be around this. Oh, thank you, 70s kid. Oh, I appreciate that. Hi. I said hi to Missy. Let's see. I want to get some Ohu markers. Amazon had them on sale. Which would be better, the alcohol? If I had to pick one, if I had to pick water color markers or alcohol markers, I would pick the alcohol markers. Make sure you get a brush tip. You have to get the brush tip. Make sure you get that brush tip. Okay. And because watercolor markers, you can get the super tips and use these like watercolor markers. You can put these down on, let me get a piece of plastic here. You can put these super tips down. You can't see it there. You can put the super tips down on a piece of plastic and pick them up and pick it up with a watercolor brush. So, alcohol markers, I would get. I mean, that's just me, but you might like watercolor better. I just, there's nothing that blends better than an alcohol marker. Just saying. Tina goes, I'm not good with markers. You just gotta you practice. Don't go out and buy a set of 400 something until you like them. You know what I mean? Get you some less. Like if you I always recommend if you're going to start with alcohol markers and you're doing skin tones and stuff, you can get there's I think two different sets, a light skin and a dark skin, and each has a medium skin. Um, Let me see here. I have some right here somewhere. The uh, chows, these right here, and they have a brush tip on one side, and they have a chisel tip on the other. And if you're just going to practice like with a skin set, hi Pam, ginger cat lady Pam. If you just want to start, just to see if you like alcohol markers, and these won't fail you. But the Ohuhus are good. I have Ohuhus. I have all different brands, and they're all right here, all mixed together. But I personally, you're gonna the Copic skin set, and you can get the skin set with, like I said, I think it's 4 in the set of light and skin dark skin. So, like at Michael's, yeah. So let's see here. Who else am I missing? I buy small and get the big sets on sale. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to test, if you want to see if you're going to like it, just you may not like it, and then you don't want to go buy a bunch of stuff that you're not going to like. That's why I say about the pan pastels. But get a couple of pan pastels, see if you like them before you go, as we say, hog wild. So, okay. So let me go ahead and show you the ATC swap that I was in, and we got, I think this is extra. It stands from who is it? I'm not sure how she says her name. I've always just called her Jada, but I think it's Huda. I'm not sure. Jutta. So she sent some stamps, and this is a bonus one from Joanne. So she sent me a little bonus. This was not part of the swap, and then some little stamps. So thank you. I will put those to good use in a journal. And she also sent some extras here, some bookmarks, and so she sent some bookmarks here. Of course, I read a lot of books, so I need a lot of bookmarks. I usually use Post-it notes, which probably is not the best thing for books, having the little glue on it, but I haven't seen that it's hurted any. And then here's a Poe bookmark. So There we go. So thank you, Joanne, for the extras. I really appreciate that. And then let's go through the. I don't know if I should take them out. Maybe I should take them out. I'll go ahead and take them out to show them because there's a glare. It's going to be annoying. So let me just go ahead and take them out. And I don't know what I did with. I showed mine when I first made them. I don't know where I have my extra. I have an extra one somewhere. I need to find where I put my extra card. And hi, Linda Renz. How are you and Tim? Let's see. I know, aren't they cute little bookmarks? Hi, Joyce. So the theme was Egypt and aliens was the theme. And I have not really read the backs of these yet. I was kind of wanting to do them with you guys. Look in your ATC box. No, I don't think I put them in there. I think I held it out until I got them all. I think I held them out till I got them all. I think. But anyway, all right, let's see. All right, here we go. Always take the scenic route. You can't, it's going to probably be, kind of tiny. I'll hold it kind of up here. This one is from Pam Jimerson. And I don't know who that is. I don't think, unless I don't think it's Ginger Pam. That's not you, is it, Pam? I don't know. I don't know Ginger Pam's last name. Anyway, that's always take the scenic route. The next one is Hypostyle Hall. Larry on vacation. Egypt, Earth. This one was Keeks, and Keeks was one of the hosts of the swap, and we sent him to Joanne in Canada. It's not you, Ginger. Okay. I was hoping that I would get them. The swap closed on the 1st of September, and I just got them, so I was happy to get them in. I did post a picture of like the whole set of the front of them, but I wanted to show them individually. Hi, Heart House. You think it is PJB Stamper? Oh, you don't think it is? Okay, I don't know who it is then. It's a different Pam. So there's that one. This one is from also Keeks. I got two from Keeks. And this one is, according to ancient astrotheorists, the Pyramid of Giza was to make solar energy. So you can see you see my, in the reflection there, you can see my yardstick there's my camera right there. This one is I don't know. I've always called her Judah or Judah, but I'm not sure. I think it might be with an sound with an H. And so thank you. I love this. She's got actual papyrus here. That's some real papyrus right there. Or if it's not real, it's very good fake papyrus, but it looks like real papyrus to me. So I love that. And I don't know if anybody here knows how she says her name. Hi, Ann Makes. If I see her, I'll ask her again. She's probably told me before, but I try to remember everybody's names. But all right, this one is from Laverne Hodge. Thank you, Laverne. I love this. There we go. So that's from Laverne. Yeah, right, Tina? This one is from, and this one came with a little bag with it. I'm pretty sure that was with this one. In a little bag. And this one is from, this is Devin Rex. Devin Rex for, did I miss that? I don't know if I did that. I wonder if that was Keeks. That other one was Keeks. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure that just because they put Keeks on, because Keeks was a host, and I didn't want to miss somebody's name. So this one is from Devin Rex for Art. Yeah, the papyrus. Yeah. So there's Devin's. I love that. She's got the pyramid right in the middle of a like a space city. I like the sky too. So there's Devon's. Oh, let's keep the little bag. I think that goes with hers. Then we have the next one is Joanne. So this one's from Joanne. Janet likes these little creatures with the big eyes. I think she got some of these little characters. Joanne sent her some, I think. But there you go. That's so cute. I know, right? Aren't they good, Ellen? Then this one is got a cat on it, and this is Joanne. I got a lot of Joanne. I don't know how many people participated. I don't know if she said. Hi, Jackie. I don't know if she said how many people actually participated, but look, that's cool. Then this last one is from Janice. And there we go. So I love them all. Thank you so much. And then I got the bonus one. Where did I put the bonus one back here? Is from Joanne's bonus, which has nothing to do with, well, it could have something to do with the pyramid and aliens. But anyway, I'll keep them. I'll put them a little rubber band around. I'll put them in my box because that's how I keep my artist trading cards and stuff now. I have tons and tons. Y'all seen all my binders. So, okay. So thank you so much, Joanne, for hosting that. I'm glad I got them. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's my family texting each other. All right, let's see if I'm missing anybody. Jackie got the happy mail. I have got a couple messages from different people saying they got their happy mail. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so again, we're going to be coloring. We're going to be coloring the leaf rider, and Tina picked it. And then from Kenny, this was so funny. Last week I mentioned I need to find my pokey tool. I have a pokey tool around here somewhere. I don't have one this nice. Kenny sent me a new pokey tool, wood handle, and of course it has the pokey tool, and it's got the little plastic so you don't poke yourself. And last was so thank you, Kenny. Last week I needed a pokey tool, so now I won't lose. This one will be handy because it's got a nice big wood handle. I'll be able to find it easy. So thank you, Kenny. And it's a stiletto and pressing tool is what it's called. And she sent a little, I got the little gift note from Amazon. And so thank you, Kenny. That's very thoughtful of you. Kenny's always been very thoughtful. Kenny's, always been in the coloring community. And I think she still is in the coloring community in other people's coloring channels. And that's what she does. Her thing is the coloring. Let's see. Belinda, everyone does such thoughtful. I know, don't they, Belinda? All right. So let's see. Yeah, I won't do that view. I won't do that. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. I hope Tim. Oh, he loves it. Okay, you got it. Okay. Well, I knew you got it, and you had to pass it on to Tim. I'm so glad he liked it. I sent one of the train collages to Tim, Linda's son, and so yeah, I'm glad he liked it, Linda. Let's see. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, no, let's do the prompts and the Lollygag book. All right, so let me get a Post-it note and where's my Sharpie here? Okay, so today is 9/22, and we picked 5 out of the bowl. And again, if you just want to write down the prompts, just to have some prompts whenever you don't know something to do. Terry, of course, rocks the prompts. I'm going to try to mix them up really well, and then I just pick handful off the top. And we just read the first 5, whatever they may be. Hi Joanne. I just showed all the hi Kenny. I just showed your on the artist trading card swap, the ATC swap. I just showed them. I don't know if you saw me showing them. And I was asking, I didn't know how many people participated. And then hi Dot and Kenny. Thank you, Kenny, for my pokey tool. That was so thoughtful of you, Kenny. Thank you so much. And thanks, Joanne, for hosting that swap. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. We're going to pull off the top. Hi, Raul. We'll say that's from Denise. All right, here we go. Let's see. Fan. And again, you can interpret these any way you want. 9 people? Okay, that's pretty good for Canada, to go to Canada. So thanks everybody that participated. It was fun. It was a fun swap. Okay, here we go. Fan, rock wall, elf, red panda, and happiness. So there's our 5. Fan, rock wall, elf, red panda, and happiness. So there's the prompts for the week. And I put them in my Society of Idea Collector notebook. Yeah. Good to see you, Dot. Hope you're well. You're welcome, Terry. So Terry always rocks the prompts. I'm telling you, by Wednesday. And I don't want to put pressure on her. I don't want to say, by Wednesday, we'll have some. I don't want to put pressure on her. She doesn't as she has time. So, all right, let's get another sip of water. Okay. And then Cheshire Cat sent us this book that we've been reading one letter every week. L is for Lollygag, quirky words for a clever tongue. And we are up to L. And so I just get a pencil here. Let's find one. I just check it off with a pencil as I pick a few. I don't read them all. I just pick a few out of here. All right, let's see. A little thing on the gift of gab. Lickety split. Really fast. The word split is slang for leave, as in let's split this place. Of course, this is, some of this is kind of really from the beginning. Adding lickety makes the splitting faster. Other versions of this old-timey word, lickety click, lickety cut, and lickety switch. So lickety split. Let's see. Lily liver, cowardly. Back in the olden days, people thought the liver was the source of human passions and emotions, such as courage. A red-blooded liver was a healthy one, but a white as a lily liver lacked strength and passion. Also, yellow belly. Okay, here's some wearable words. Crinoline, a stiff fabric for underskirts. Gabardine, a durable fabric. Houndstooth, fabric with a broken check pattern. Jodhpurs, special horseback riding pants. Lederhosen, leather shorts with suspenders. Organza, sheer stiff silk. And seersucker, lightweight puckered fabric. So there's some wearable words. Lollygag, of course. No, this doesn't have anything to do with choking on a lollipop. It means to dawdle, waste time, lag behind, and generally slow things down. Basically the opposite of lickety split. And we always say when we're doing our giveaways. Don't dilly dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Lollapalooza, something or somebody that is outstanding or extraordinary. I love etymology. I just love the history of words. I had some really good ones. I think I had three big encyclopedia of history of words. I gave them all to Cameron. Nobody still has them. I mean, he right now he's in Yellowstone, but at his where he lives here, not here, but I mean in Atlanta. Let's see, look see. A quick inspection. Although it sounds redundant, it really can be necessary to take a look and see what's going on. Loosey goosey, calm and relaxed, often too much so. It comes from the expression loose as a goose because, as everyone knows, geese are really laid back. Things can easily become loosey goosey, including a person's attitude, appearance, and commitment to turning homework in on time. All right, so then next week will be M. So there's our lollygag. L is for lollygag, and Cheshire Cat sent this. She says she loves houndstooth. Yeah. So, all right. So thank you, Kat, for the book. We read out of, been trying to read out of a little. We always have tried to read out of a book every week somehow, or something funny. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on this. Let's go ahead and zoom in while I've not picked colors yet. And we're going to put, since I'm going to do markers, I'm going to put a paper behind it. And then, no, let me flip through the book. And then I usually have some papers over here to the side to test the colors on. Okay. So, but let me go ahead and flip through the book real quick. So, little folk, we're going to go ahead and go through it real quick. Christine Karron, and it's I've got her. I posted on my book tab, my book post. Let me go ahead and pull it right here. So the other two of her nicer, I mean, I've got tons of her other books, the Amazon paper books, but these are nice quality covers and better paper. But I do have lots of her other books, and I've shown y'all pictures of, that I've completed from her books before. So this is her newest one, Little Folk. It's her newest one. Let's see. Kenny, do you enjoy coloring and love everything? Oh, thanks, Kenny. Well, I appreciate that. And it's good to see you pop in anytime. But so I'm just going to go ahead and flip through. That one's cute too. I almost picked that one. Oh, maybe we'll do that next time. I do cut these out and put them in sleeves after I'm done. Thanks, Kat. Kat put a link to the book. So this one's just a little different. Most of them are smaller, more things going on in there. Although some of them have the small big eye girls or elves. And but there's lots more going on as far as instead of just the big faces. That one's cute too. I love anything with the books. So it's really very cool, very cute, very, big-eyed girls, mostly girls. I don't know. I don't think I saw any gnomies or anything. Well, there's a little boy there. Chickens. Gesture. And she has names for all of them. There's a little boy, little fairy boy. He's got his little antennae there. So there's a lot in the book. Definitely Tina approved paper. Yeah, it's thicker paper. It's not copy paper. It's thicker than copy paper, and it's cream color. Pirate would talk like a pirate day is coming up. I had posted. Let's stop for a minute. Let me look up when is talk like a pirate day. I did a whole Barbie um, photography on talk like a pirate day. Let me look that up. It was the 19th. It was the 19th. International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So it was Saturday, Friday. Was that Friday? 19, 20, 20. Yeah. I think it was either Friday or Saturday. Yeah. Scratchy sweater. I don't like scratchy sweaters. Neither does Denise. She doesn't like scratchy sweaters. Sleeping Beauty. So there's just so many. I don't know how many. She probably says on the cover, but I haven't counted them. And like I said, I cut them out. I like this one too, the Troll Girl and the Fox. So I hope you can see kind of. You could probably stop and zoom in later. Christine Karron is a Canadian artist and illustrator. Working primarily with watercolor and colored pencils, Christine creates fantasized storytelling illustrations with a whimsical touch. Her work is influenced by precious memories from her childhood when picking flowers and berries in forest. So deep, like in fairy tales, Christine finds inspiration in folklore, literature, music, and nature. Born and raised in Europe, Christine discovered her love for drawing at a very young age. She has been a full-time artist for over 2 decades. Christine lives with her husband, their 3 kids, and 2 dogs in central Alberta, Canada. And I don't know how many, let's see, does it say how many of our pages are in here? Like I said, I didn't count them. But there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, so we're going to color. We're going to color the Leaf Rider girl. And I'm going to start with alcohol markers. One of the nice things about this book, even if you didn't cut them out, is they're one-sided. So make sure you put something behind, a piece of cardstock, or at least a copy paper, something behind if you're going to leave it in the book. You're going to leave it in the book and color with alcohol markers because they do bleed through. Okay. So I know most of y'all probably already know that, but I'm going to say it just so that y'all don't forget that. And so yeah, let's see. I'm going to have to. This one's pretty small, so I'll probably zoom in one more here. Here we go. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And like I said, I cut them out and then put them in plastic sleeves and put them in a 3-ring binder. And I usually mount them on black cardstock. And then on the back of the black cardstock, I'll write the name of the book and the artist. So I have that information too. So, yeah. Let's see. Anybody else I'm missing? Hi, Mama Juju. Let's see who else. Thanks everybody for being here. I got a little, it's not a hangnail, it's a little thing on my thumb there. Okay, so let's see what colors. Tina at first said she was going to do all fall colors, and she has that beautiful blue background. That doesn't mean that the blue background can't still be fall colors, but I thought that was a good idea, fall colors, since we're into September. Just posted the stream. Okay, let's see. Roland said he just posted the Streamathon, hang on, poster on his community post. More to be information about this event. Okay, there y'all go. The Streamathon is New Year's Eve. And on New Year's Eve, a whole bunch of streamers get together. We've been doing it for, I don't even know how many years. Probably 12 to 14 years. I'm not sure how many years we did the Streamathon. I didn't participate last year. And so let's see, poster. Okay, so there y'all go. So y'all go over to roles. You say your community post. Does that mean the new community post that's only available on phones role, or do you mean on your post tab where everybody can see it on a computer? Because I know the community post thing is for mobile. Am I correct on that? So if you post, can you post it on your on post? It's just called post now. Community and post are two different things now. Community is on your mobile, and post is on the on community. I mean on iPad. Well, it's on everything, but it's two different things. So the post tab. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Roll. And there's Cat put a link. All right. All right. So now let's go ahead and pick some colors. I have some paper here to test out what colors. And let's see. I have some skin tone, light skin tone sitting here, but I might want her to be. I don't know if I want her if she's an elf. I don't know. Sometimes I like it to be green because it's an elf. But it doesn't have to be. I've done them all, done little elves, all different colors. But since I'm going to do, let's see here, let's pick a few. And I'm just randomly picking my markers. They could be oh hoo hoo, they could be, that one's a little thick. Let's see, let's go with, let's try this one. This one's an oh hoo hoo. I like that kind of a yellow ochre color. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of go through here and pick. All right, let me move. I got a whole bunch of these plastic stuff there. I got my BRB right there. Let me move some of these plastic pieces that I just keep up there to pull from when I want to do, some, what do you call it? Blending. All right, let's put that over here out of the way. Okay. All right, let's see here. What other? Maybe this, and this one is the oh hoo hoo. I don't know. I think these. I'm not sure if these are the alcohol markers. The tiny ones. I'm gonna get the big ones. Master's Touch. That's a nice orange. It looks a little redder on camera. Let's see. Christine. Those are like Christine Karron. Each page, yes, a name is given to each one of her characters. You're going to use blues and oranges. Green. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see. I got a couple of oranges. Do I want her? I don't know. I don't necessarily want her to be yellow. Maybe green. Maybe a nice soft. This is a mint green. Maybe a mint green. That one's almost. This is one of my. What do you call it? There may be enough in there. I need to get either a refill or a new Copic minty green. Let's see. Let's see what this one. That would be a good shadow. And of course, y'all know I'm going to use pencils. It's a little olivey. If I do the mint green, I probably want the brighter green. Maybe those two for the skin. And a yellow, maybe. Let's see here. That's a little too green of a yellow. I just go through and pick colors till I find what I like. Let's see. Let's see this lighter one here. That's too light. Let's try this one. That's pretty good. It's kind of in that muted kind of fallish colors. We'll go with those. And again, I'm going to, go in with pencil. All right, let's see. Thanks, Kat, for putting the link. It is cute, isn't it? Kenny, do you have this book, Kenny? Do you have the little folk book? Or, do you like a lot of Christine Karron books? All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with her skin. And again, I don't know if this marker is going to make it. There's not a whole lot to color with her, so maybe I can make this marker last. So I usually put a base. I just go ahead and put a full base on her skin here before I start blending in. And I think I'll give her green eyes too. It's going to be a little elf, but it's going to be fall. And her arm's kind of showing through there. So we'll put, you can maybe see through her little shirt there. A white coat. So what's y'all's favorite things to color with? Pencils, markers, watered down acrylics? I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all do combos, like a base of one thing and then pencils and stuff with the other. Let's see, maybe I should move that one more. Let's try this here. There we go. Just don't want to lose any clarity. Not yet. You're going to be ordering it eventually. Okay. You probably have a ton of books like the rest of us do, Kenny. Okay, let's see. All right, her little foot. Oh, she's got little elf shoes on. So maybe the darker green for her little shoes. She has little elf shoes on. So let's go ahead and color her little elf shoes a darker green. Although I'm going to put her, I think I'm going to put her clothes in oranges and stuff. But I'm going to keep her shoes. And then maybe her little bodice up here. Maybe she'll be green and orange. Let's do that. Let's have this little bodice be green, like a green velvet. And then maybe a brown trim, like a little leather brown trim with the little, cross tie there. All right. She's got little leaves on her. She's got little hose on. And there's a leaf pattern and a leaf pattern here too. Okay, so Joanne likes markers and pencils. Let me scroll back and see what people are saying. Ellen likes markers and pencils. You mean alcohol markers? When you say markers and pencils, do you mean alcohol markers or water-based markers or acrylic markers? Now we do all three. Let's see. Terry likes Prismacolors or Derwent ink tints. And I know people that really love their ink tints and are so good at it. I don't know. I never mastered the ink tints for me. Okay, let's see. All right, I think that's on anybody that's said what they like to color with. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do her eyes a darker green here, at least on the top. And we'll go back with highlights and everything. All right, now let's see. Let's go ahead and do a base. We'll start the leaves with a yellow, and then we'll go in. I'll just get them all yellow, because then we're going to go ahead and add orange. We're going to add orange and red, a red or orange. But I'm just going to go ahead and base it with a nice golden leaf color. Get that in there. Kind of take my time. They're little. They're pointy and small. And the best way to really blend alcohol markers is to keep a wet edge. Let's see how dark this. Okay. So if you want to blend colors, like I'm going to put this line down the middle. I kind of really want it to be a nice, not a sharp line, but a definitive line. But if you want that to blend out, then you take your other color and while it's still wet, go back over it. Like here, let me show you on a piece of scratch paper here. So like here's a, so if you want those two to blend while they're wet is when you want to go like that and blend them together. But I kind of want that line to show. So, all right, let's keep going on the leaves here. I'm going to do them all based yellow, and then I'll go back and do different shades. And I think I'm going to do, let's see, I don't want all that yellow because, all right, I'm going to do her skirt. I think I'm going to do that part of her skirt, the dark green, like her bodice. Like she's got this little dress on, and then she's got the, what do you call it over the top? So I'll do that, dark. The, what do you call this thing? You know. And I'll leave the edge for a little trim of brown. Corset. Thank you, Ellen. So then let's go ahead and get a brown. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to get some brown trim. And you could do this with a pencil too. Some of this tiny detail with a nice sharp pencil. That. And I'm going to think her ribbon around her neck will be the dark green too. And then she'll have these little leather tie here. I'll hold it up so you can see. All right, let's go ahead and do the dark green ribbon. Hi, Starla. Hi, Keeks. I got Keeks I showed earlier. I got in my artist trading card swap in. Thanks for y'all hosting that. Okay, let's do all the little ribbons here. And the ribbon around here. Or the collar, looks kind of like a thin collar. And then the ribbon. She doesn't have one in her hair. Maybe we'll do I only have one of these books, but I got two of the first one. So maybe I'll do a giveaway out of that first book. Because I have two of the first book. We can maybe do, and I'll put it in a white envelope so we don't bend it, you know. So maybe we'll do that for a giveaway today. Thanks everybody for being here. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to go back to the yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and do this big leaf. I'll just do the big leaf all in this yellow. Then I'll go back and shade and add more. But I kind of like this gold yellow color. And as long as you keep moving and keep the wet edge, then it's going to all blend nicely. You're not going to have streaks as long as and if it dries, you can still re-wet it, but it'll be darker. It'll put another layer, so it'll be darker. I think that right there is not part of the leaf. I think that's her outfit behind there. What do y'all think? I'll ask Tina. Wait, I do see one little thing here. Part of her little booty there. Little shoe. Tina, what do you think? Do you think this right here is part of her dress? Or anyone, but Tina's been working on this. So do you think that's part of her dress or part of the leaf? I think it's part of the dress. What do y'all think? That right there? Sometimes you just gotta guess. Part that's the outfit. Is that what y'all think? Because it's rounded and kind of flowy and not pointy like the leaf. I'm just putting a base coat. Everybody's saying it's the dress. Yeah, okay. Dress it is. Do you have any questions or anything? And then I want this and this to be more in the orange, but I want to start with maybe, let's see how dark this one is. I want the rusty color and then the leaves be darker, probably. Or do I want to go more yellow, even more yellow? Let's see. That's too much the same. I need more of a yellow. That's not much different. It's kind of the same. I really want something light yellow as a base. That's pretty good. We'll go with this. I don't want it like bright, like sharp yellow, like, what do you call it? Neon yellow. Going right over those little leaves and everything that are in the pattern. And I'll go back and put those in. Yeah, I think so. Thanks, Laverne. Welcome back, Angie. I'm glad everything's okay with you. Do a little yellow tie right there. And you can always go in and brighten things up with the Posca or a white gel pen or even a lighter gel pen. Like we got our Langau, is that how you say it? Langau gel markers, gel pens. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of, it's going to be see-through. So I'm just going to like that. See how you can make it look see-through? Just adding her skin. I did color lightly the green under the blouse. And now I'm just kind of flicking a little bit of the yellow just so it looks like it's over the top of her. Same thing for this part here. Now I got to decide on her wings too. Do I want her wings to be yellow? I think what I'd like to do with their hair is do an ombre, like turning from green to yellow. So in other words, the very tips of her hair will be yellow. We're going to ombre her hair up here. Can y'all see okay? Use stickles. You would use them in the wings. Yeah. Well, we can always add glitter at the end. You can always add like clear stickles over the top at the end. But, that's, you got to think about that like at the very, very end. Well, you should anyway, even though sometimes I go ahead and do it ahead of time just so y'all can see what it looks like. But you really want to wait for any stickles or any pearls, liquid pearls, or any of that. You want to put that at the very, very end. All right, so I'm going to go from that's going to be the lightest, and then we'll go to the darkest. So, and then I'm going to kind of try to blend. There's not a lot of room here. This really isn't a lot of real estate. Her hair, so I'm going to go from the very edge of her hair here and get the green there. Not too much, just a little bit. I'm going to kind of blend it in together. So there's a little bit of the green, because maybe she turns colors in the fall. Do you know what I mean? All right, then let's do the light. Let's do the lighter green. Maybe her hair turns color in the fall, like along with the leaves. So then we'll do the light green. Then let's see, let's go back up to the orange here. I'm going to have to kind of figure out where we want to blend these two colors. That's a darker one. I think I don't want that yet. Let's see. Not a whole lot of difference there. Okay, now let's do the darker. Let's do some little bit of red in there, and then I'll blend that in. Just a little touch of red, and then I'll take the yellow, the lightest yellow, and blend it. And can do some more blending too with pencil if you want. And add highlights with Posca or gel pens. Something like that, maybe. She looks fiery now. She looks fiery red. But I'm going to put some of that red down in here. Yeah, she turns colors in the fall. Exactly. All right, so now I'm going to take the red orange, and there's tiny little leaves in the pattern of her outfit here. Oh, wait, I missed something here. Let's go with I missed a couple little X's here. There we go. All right. And the same thing, the same pattern is in her hose. And I think I'll do a trim. I think I'll go back to this trim too. All right, now I want to take the lighter orange and do some of the little ruffly bit on her outfit. And we'll shade with, we'll put some shadows and shading with pencil. All right, let's go in here now with the leaf here. Let's do the upturned part of the leaf here. Do a little shadow under herself. Yep. All right. Got everything based now except the wings. Hi, Tex. I didn't even notice I might not have been staying in frame. All right, let's see. The wings, I'm going to start with the light. And we'll go ahead and just put a little bit of the there's a pattern on her wings that I might do with liquid pearls. Okay. I just got a little bit of yellow in there. Don't want too much. Maybe a touch of orange. That's so dark though. Don't know if I want that dark. Maybe just I'll put a couple of flicks of the orange in there and kind of blend them out. Something like that. I'm not loving too much red in her hair. I don't know that I can really fix that. I can probably get a blender and try to lift some out. But what I think I'm going to just try to do is just try to really oversaturate with the yellow to try to just kind of get some. It's a little too much red, or it's too dark of a red, I should say. So we'll just kind of, now this is going to really bleed through. But I want to like oversaturate it to make it kind of go away a little bit. The red, lighten it up. That's better. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I can tell. All right. It's just not quite as bright. And this kind of offsets it too. All right, so maybe just a touch. Let's just kind of go in here. And while this is wet, I'm going to go in with the yellow. Let's go with the light yellow here to blend. And just get a little bit of that darker reddish orange. Just a touch in there. And then blend it in. Okay. As Janet mentioned, hi, Devin. I liked your artist. I got one of your artist trading cards in the um, in the swap. I got one of yours. Tinkerbell competition. Roll. Kind of Tinkerbell-esque, huh? I don't know if Janet said what she's going to do today, if she's streaming. If so, what she's going to do. All right, that's a good start. I know, I'm glad I got them too. All right, do I put the wrong lid on? Yeah, this one. Why isn't that lid fitting? There we go. So there's a start. All right, her skin right in there. You can't always see that that's colored in. So let's go ahead and do her little legs there. And let's go ahead and do her. Like that. And I'll go ahead and do her eyebrows too. Let's do them like a. There we go. And I might put in some yellow, a little bit of orange or yellow in the shadows of her skin, so it looks like she's maybe changing colors for the season. Hi, Leona. Let's see. Let's figure in a way to. So Janet doesn't know what she's going to do. I'm streaming. I still haven't decided. Okay, but Janet is streaming. So Janet streams at 1 Eastern. I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'm drinking all this lemon water. I'm going to have to just. I'll BRB. Hang on. I don't see the cats in here, so I think we're good. Put my cord back under the door there. Well, I might have to change my system of storing all my mediums, like my varnish and stuff. I have them on a shoe rack on the back of my door, those plastic see-through clear shoe rack. And but every time I open and close the door heavily, it bangs. I don't know if that's annoying. It's annoying me. So all right, let's see here. Okay, so now I want to decide if I want to use Prismacolor or a different pencil. Because y'all know I don't use I use my Prismacolor almost always. Okay, take a bite of banana and let me think about what pencils. What pencils do I want to use? Kenny, what's your favorite pencil? I see a lot of people are all excited, and Kenny, you can tell me because you go to all the coloring channels. I don't go to all. I go to a few, but everybody's excited about the new 72 Derwent soft drawing pencils. And I saw a couple people use them. I saw Lily, Art Journey Lily use them, and they almost look like using a pastel. I don't know that I'm impressed with them for coloring. I mean, I don't know that I'm impressed with coloring. Let me see what Kenny says, because Kenny gets around the coloring world. Well, she used to. I mean, I don't want to put any pressure on her. Kenny, tell us what's going on with those pencils. Ah, Keeks likes the Prismacolor. Thank you, Debbie, and good morning, Debbie. Good to see you. Let's see. Uh, Hoo pencils. I think I don't. I have some Hoo pencils, guys. I think I do. Well, no, I'm not going to change markers. I'm talking about what pencils do I want to use. Let's see. Uh, do I have the Hawala? Yeah, I do have the Halawa pencils, don't I, Devin? I forgot. I haven't used them. I think I've played, tested them, but I don't think I've used my Ohuhu Halawa pencils, Devin. Ah, yeah, the Derwent drawing pencils, as they're called, are muted. Yeah, they're like supposed to be like nature colors, which for 72, the new ones, I don't even think they've hit the market except for some demos. I think Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, has them, and I've seen a couple people use them in UK. But I don't know that I'm impressed with them. So, all right, let me see. Let me see if I can find them. Let me find my what do you call it? There's my luminance and my. Hang on, let me see here. I forget which pencil case I put them in. Hang on. What pencil case did I put them in? Here's my, the, what do you call it? The gel pens. I put those in a case. Let me see. Hang on. Let me look through my cases real quick. All right, here we go. This is my Faber-Castell. Hang on. I don't remember which case I put them in because I did take them out of the case, out of the box. I'm pretty sure I didn't I? I don't remember, guys. Maybe I left them in the tin. Let's see. Let's see what's this one. Let's see what this one is. Hang on. Is this it? No, this is. These are my my Woomers. I love the Woomers, and there's the Ohuhu. Okay, so my Woomers and my Ohuhus. That's terrible, isn't it, guys? Okay, so I love my Woomers. Those are a good budget pencil. Let me go and back out for a minute because y'all can't see nothing. We're so zoomed in. So my Woomers remind me the closest of anything to Prismacolor. I think you left them in the tin. Well, no, I took them out because here they are. Here they are, the Halawa. There they are. It's hard to see because it's gold, but that's the Halawa Ohuhu right there. You can't see it because it's gold. Let me see. Let's get a darker pencil so you can make. There we go. This one, maybe. Here. So the Ohuhu Halawa. It does. But I do like the Woomers, guys. The Woomers are pretty good. And then um the oh who you know what did I put? I mixed them. I mixed them. Janet's gonna kill me. I mixed the Ohuhu and the Woomers together. I sure did. Because they were so similar. I said, I'm just gonna put them all. I will tell y'all which ones I'm using. But I mixed up my Ohuhu and the Halawa, the Ohuhu Halawa, and my Woomers. I'm pretty sure there's some Woomers in there. Did I? No, those are all. No, maybe I didn't. Because those are all the gold. See, they have a gold tip on the end. And the Ohuhus don't have gold. I don't know. What did I do here? Yeah, no, they're separate. They're just back to back. They're just back to back. That's what confused me because they're here and then these are the Ohuhus on this side. I mean the Woomers on this side and the Ohuhus on this side. So, and then what do I got over here? These are Artistro. Are these the watercolor ones? Yeah, these are the Artistro watercolors. These pencil cases hold so many. The case is just this here. This pencil case. I can't give you a number or anything. Just go look in large pencil cases. I think it holds 300. I think this holds 300. It's big. Look how wide it is there. All right, so let's see. Which one should I use? We'll go with the Ohuhu rather than the Woomers. But I love the Woomers. So, yeah, they're a good budget friendly pencil if you don't get the Prismacolor. All right, we'll go with the Ohuhu. I keep wanting to say Halawa, but that's the same. The Ohuhu Halawa set. And I take them all out of those cases. I won't use stuff in those cases. Give a chance. Yeah. All right. So let's see. That's what we're going to do. All right. So let's go ahead and let me see. I want a nice softer yellow. And I don't know if they have names. They don't have names on them, the colors, do they? I can't tell. No, they have a number. Oh, yeah, they do. It's so hard to see in gold. I'll tell y'all the colors I'm using after I pull them out here. So hang on. Let's get a couple. Let's go ahead with the oranges first. Let's get another orange here. I don't want to. I try to use as few pencils as possible unless I'm doing portraits. Okay, so let's see. Let's get with that. I don't think I'll need any red, but we'll go ahead and get one just in case. I'll tell you what colors they are just a minute, but I'm not going to tell you every time I pick one up. Okay, I'm moving on to number 3. I'm moving on to number 5. I'm not doing that. I'll tell y'all once. Okay, Kitty likes the Ohuhus. Hi, Leona. Go bold. Tina said, Dee Dee, I bought a small set of the Derwent drawing pencils back in 2020. I never really enjoyed using them. Yeah, to me, when I saw Art Journey Lily in the UK use them, they look like they come across as pastel-y. I mean, I don't mean the color. I mean the texture. I don't have any of them. So I don't have the drawing pencils. I don't think. I say that. All right. So there's some oranges and yellows. I think one. I don't know. I don't need to get too light in the yellow because the lightest color. I'll go ahead and pull them though, just to have a nice range. And then I'm going to want the olive color and a darker olivey color. Maybe this one. Those are kind of similar, but I'll pull them just in case. And then one real light, the lightest of the. Okay, so we're going to pull 4, 5 of each one there. Okay. I think that's going to be enough. And I don't care what pencils I'm using. If I need a white, it's Prismacolor. I don't care what other pencil I'm using. And I don't feel bad about it at all. If I need a white, it's Prismacolor, baby. Well, that's what they're sold as. I think the Derwents are sold for drawing, like drawing, forest and trees and flowers. They're sold for that. But yeah, for coloring, I'm thinking I don't need any drawing pencils. Yeah, they're very, and they are muted. They are muted. But that's might be somebody's thing. And a lot of the coloring people seem excited about them. I want a full range of colors. When I want colors, I don't want a muted, just no reds at all. you know, no, you know what I'm saying. I want a full range. Okay, so let's see. Let's go with those, and then maybe a brown. Here, let's see. An Ohuhu brown. Let's go with let's just get a nice dark brown. I do have this red brown too. We'll go with that. Okay, so that's all we're going to go with as far as, and I can tell the difference in the case if I really would have looked at it. The Ohuhus have a gold tip at the back end. See, they have a gold, and whereas the Woomers are enclosed, but they don't have a gold tip on the end. Okay. All right, so let me tell y'all if I can see them. They're some of the ones that are like really gold on white colors. It's hard to see. Of course, my Prismacolor is the Prismacolor white. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the colors I'm picking. Now, whether I use them all or not, we'll see. I just tell y'all I do demos. I don't do tutorials, right? All right, let's see here. Nothing beats a white Prisma. Let's see. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. The Tombow. Oh, I don't have those, Tina. I have the Spider, Widow, Scorpion, that set, but I don't have the Irogentin, whatever. I don't have those. All right, here we go. So in the yellow, this is lemon yellow 25. I'm going to only do this once now, okay? Lemon yellow 25. And these are in the Ohuhu Halawa. Dark cadmium yellow 125. Saffron 22. Persimmon 124. Geranium red 11. Now into here's the browns. Let me do the two browns. Van Dyke brown 145, dark brown 43, and then in the greens, yellow green 64, sycamore. What is that? Is that it? I can't see. I can't read that. So that's a hard one to see. Hang on. It looks like 318. I think it's 318 sycamore. Then this one is earth green yellowish, I think. And again, it looks like maybe 351. And then permanent green olive 352. All right. There's the colors, including the Prismacolor white. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Tina. See, y'all bust me out for having a lot of pencils, but y'all are naming off some pencils I don't have. Oh my goodness. I just, and then if I get them, I don't like them, like those triangle ones. What were those that I sent to Cameron? Boot framer? Boot. Anyway, they were like triangles. I did not like those at all. I sent those to Cameron. He liked them, but I sent him a pencil sharpener, a large pencil sharpener to use with it because you have to have a large pencil sharpener. Okay, let's see. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in maybe one more. Let's try this. All right, there we go. All right, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. We got to have some laughs, don't we? All right. So let's go ahead and start with her skin. And I'm going to go ahead and get the olive color here. And let's see. Do I need one more lighter green or do I need a lighter olive? No, I need the mint green. All right. So this is lettuce green 331. It's the minty green. It's kind of like the mint green that I used to base her skin with. So we're going to go with that and the sycamore. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready? Hi, me. And we're gonna do. I'm gonna the first book of hers of this series. I have two of these. Here we go. This one, the Wildflower Folk. So I'm gonna pull. I'll cut some pages out and do a giveaway out of this book. Okay, because I have a double of that one. Hi, Jolu. Leona. Yeah, there we go. Is that zoomed in enough? Is that zoomed enough? I don't know. If I zoom in too much, we lose clarity. I'm on a webcam. I'm not on a DSLR or anything like that. So, how's that look? Is that better? Is that good? Tina goes, I've been working on my page a little at a time all weekend. You're almost done. Okay, Tina. Well, I liked what I saw. All right, so this will be a nice blend because it's almost the exact same color. So I'm going to go in with what did I say it was sycamore? And I'm going to do some, and I'll try to hold the pencil back so that y'all can see where I'm coloring. So I'm going to do some of the shading here. And then I'll blend it out with the minty green. And I'll do her eyes, her pupils, little nostrils. I'll do that with a Sharpie pen. And then a highlight with Posca. And you could do that with a gel pen too, but I like my Poscas. And she's going to have green lips too because she's an elf here. So I'm just doing all the little darker areas here. You could also use gray markers to add more shade, like grayscale, if you will. If you want to make your grayscale grayer, you can use gray markers. I don't usually get into that on here because then you got your cool grays, your neutral grays, your warm grays, and then you're going, well, which ones do I buy? And I can't over recommend too many grays because then people go, oh my God, I don't know what to do with those grays. So, I mean, I'll use them, but it's hard to do that on channel and do a demo like this and throw in grays. I mean, I can throw one in here just so you can see, but All right, I'm going to keep going on her skin here. But you can accentuate the grayscale of a color book page that has grayscale in it already. The shadows, the shading, the gray under that shows like, let me get one that's not colored here. Just to kind of make sure you can understand. I see how that wing right there's got the gray. That's the grayscale. Some color books have more grayscale than others, but you can accentuate that with marker. Like, let's see. I'll probably want to color this one. Let's see here. Hang on. I want a medium gray, a soft. Let's get hang on. Okay. Okay, this is kind of this is Copic toner gray. Let's see. Put in caps if you're asking a question. So if you wanted the gray to show more, I do a lot of flicking though. Can you see how that has darkened? the grayscale, and then you can go over it with your other marker colors or color pencil. And you've got this darker value already introduced. Can you see that? See the difference between those two? And then you get, if it's not dark enough, you really want to wait till it dries. And I shouldn't be doing this on here. See? I should have it under paper. Then you can do a darker. So if you like a lot of really dark grayscale, you can darken up your grayscale with gray. Okay. And then go over it with either your other markers or pencil. And you'll have a darker shadow already set down for you when you go to color on top of it. See? I just hesitate to do too much this kind of thing on a demo like this because everybody's going, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm not a teacher, guys. Y'all know. I tell y'all that all the time. And I'm going to pull her out and put her in my stack over here. Now, let me see. Let me write down here on here, though. This is out of Wildflower. Just so I know which book it's out of. Okay. In my pile over there. But I'm going to pull some pages out of here. I've already cut them out. So there's a lot of loose pages already in here, I think. Well, maybe not a lot. But anyway, we're going to do a giveaway out of here. All right, let's get back over to her. So I'm not going to use gray is what I'm saying. I'm not going to put any gray on her. I'm just going to do it with this what I'm using here. Let's see. Carmen, Mama 4, Cat and Paste. Yeah, I used to use a electric sharpener sometimes for my Prisma, but I found it chewed them up really quick. Less breakage, but they chewed them up faster. And I don't like to use an electric eraser on stream because it's loud. You know, I can barely use Velcro around here and or a heat tool. And, you know, oh my God, mute me. So using an electric sharpener, yeah, ain't happening during a stream. Cat and Paste. Okay, let's get back in here and see. Oh, what was I doing? I was on her face. Oh my goodness. Okay, so. And if y'all missed it, we are doing her, she's changing from a green summer spring elf into a fall elf. So her hairs, everything she's going to be changing. So I'm going to put this green down first, some of the shadows on her. Can y'all see? Oh, thank you, Laverne. Always appreciate your tips and tricks. And you're welcome. I'll write you. I think I already sent you out some stickers, Laverne. So I don't remember which ones I sent you for the month. But I will. So if you get a duplicate set of stickers, or tell me right now, Laverne, do you have a preference for the stickers for this month? The lemurs, the blue mouse, and what else do I have? Oh, the owl and the chicken. What do you want? What do you want, Laverne, as far as stickers? Although I've already sent you some out, so I don't remember which ones. But tell me if you have a preference for what stickers you'd like. So I can send you what you want. Let's see. Anybody else say anything? Any more questions? No preference? You don't have any? Well, I just sent them out this last weekend or Friday or whatever from the last time you super chatted me. So they've gone out. That's what I'm saying. I've already sent them. So I don't know which ones I've sent you. I don't keep track like that. I can't, guys. I'd be doing sticker inventory and I just send y'all thank yous and hope y'all don't get too many duplicates. Okay. All right, Laverne. So you might get a duplicate of something. All right. So yeah, these are okay. They are a little more, they're the harder pencil. The Ohuhu, they feel harder than the Prismacolor. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Laverne. They're fine. They seem to be doing fine, but they're not as soft and squishy. Quite soft and squishy. I don't know. There's just nothing soft and squishy like a Prisma, you know. Oh, all right. So there's a little bit of shading on her skin. Now, what I want to do though is I want the one of these oranges, probably the lighter of the oranges, and I want to put some orange in her skin. And then after I do that, I'll go back with the minty green color and kind of blend it in together. Remember, she's going from spring to fall, and so she has to be, incognito as a little elf, right? So I just want to add a little bit of the orange to her. I'll hold it up here in a minute. Put a little under her sleeve there too. And a little on her arm. All right, let me go back to the green. I want her arm to show through here. Just a little bit more. Through the see-through sleeve here. Okay, now I'm going to take the minty green. Can y'all see the orange? I'm keeping it subtle. It's not showing up as orange on camera as it is in person. The orange is not popping through. Now I'm going to take the mint green to blend. See, something like this, it gives you good practice on just like blending a bunch of colors, together that don't really go together. They're not like light, dark, medium, like that. They're different colors. And it's kind of fun to play with that. All right, there we go. Tilt it so it's not flashing out. Now I'm going to take my black Sharpie, which is just a Sharpie pen, not a marker. Hi, Lisa. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, Carmen. Who else am I missing? I said hi to me and Joanne. All right, so now I'm going to do, and I know it's going to be hard to see. I'll do one eye at a time. That's a good way to show it. I'm going to do her pupil, her lash line, and her lashes. I'll go ahead and do her nostrils and the inside and a little bit in her lip there, just to make that stand out. Then I will take, I did not pull a nice light blue. Let me just go ahead and, well, here, they got one here. This one is Seagull Blue. It's probably the closest to my the blue I use in Prisma. And I'm going to put a little bit of a little shadow in her eye. I'm going to only do one eye, and then you can see the difference. Okay. Then I'll take my pasta, thin one, pointy one, and I'm going to put a highlight. And then let me show you that. Then I'll do her other eye. Okay. Let's see if you can see here. Can you see how there? Her pupil, a little bit of blue shadow under the lid, her eyelashes, and her pupil, and then a highlight. So now I'm going to do the other eye the same way. This is pretty small. I mean, we're kind of zoomed in, but it's pretty tiny. Let's do a couple more lashes on the bottom there. Because on color books, guys, the black lines are very rarely black. They're a dark gray, if anything. A lot of times just light gray. So if you want those pupils to show up, nostrils, the inside of the mouth, or anything that you want really dark, you're going to have to go in there with it, because her eyes are not going to have dark black pupils unless you do that. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put a little bit of blue shadow under there. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's move on to her dark green of her bodice and skirt area. So this is the permanent green olive. It's the dark one that I picked out of it. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit on the, and they're smooth enough. I'm just so used to my Prismacolors. I can just tell they're not wearing down as fast, which can be good, but they're not as quite as soft, not quite as soft as Prismacolor. But look how nice. See how they blended it? I mean, that laid down really nice. These are the Ohuhu Halawa. Am I saying that right? No. And I'm going over the alcohol markers. And then I'll take the kind of the medium, the more yellow green, and blend from the marker to the dark green. It's not quite blended as easily as Prismacolor, but they're pretty good. Like I said, and the Woomers are good too. As a budget-friendly pencil, if you don't get Prismacolor, the Woomers are good. And then these are the Ohuhu Halawa. I'm afraid I need this book in my. I know it is nice. And this one that we're coloring, I'm not giving y'all a page out of this because I only got one of these. The Little Folk. This is what we're coloring out of right now. And I did a flip of it earlier if you missed it. But I do have her first one, the Wildflower Folk. I have two of these, so I'm going to cut some pages out of that for a giveaway. All right, so let's go ahead and add some dark to the ribbons. But yeah, they're a little harder pencil. I don't think they're as hard as the Polychromos. But then I'm not doing a real pencil compare. There's lots of people that do that out there. All right, so a little bit of the dark green there. Same thing down here on the ribbon here on her. And I might go in some highlights, but I really want this ribbon. If I add a shine to it, like if I take some Posca and smear and make a shine to it, it's going to look like satin. And I really want these ribbons and her bodice here, this fabric, to look like velvet. And if you add a shine to it, it's going to look like satin. It's not going to look like velvet. Thanks everybody for being here. She reminds me of the green lady from Lost in Space. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember that episode. I remember the green lady on Star Trek. Can't really remember the one from Lost in Space. Are you talking about the movie or the old show? I don't even remember the movie, the remake of the original series. I'll remember this original series more than I remember the movie. Although I thought it was interesting, Hubster. I like some of the Hallmark mysteries, and I forget which one it was. He would know right off. But one of the Hallmark mysteries, the main character was the teenage girl in the Lost in Space movie. And I went, oh my gosh, is that the same girl? You go, yeah. He knew right because he's all he can do. He does Hollywood. I'm just saying. And he would. I said, oh my gosh. But I thought that was really funny that the girl from one of the Hallmark movies, was the teenager in the movie. You know. Oh, so it was Ellen. You are talking about the old series, right? The series, not the movie. Hubster would know her name. I mean, we can look it up. We can easily Google it. Okay, there we go. So I think this needs to be a little darker over here. I want it to look pretty velvety. So I could even keep this kind of not keep it kind of rough looking as far as pencil texture goes. So it looks more velvet because velvet has a rougher texture, right? So don't over blend that. Keep it kind of rough. It'll look more like the series. Okay. It'll look more like velvet, but I think it needs even a little bit darker. Here, let's go ahead and get, is that going to be dark enough or do I need a little bit, maybe just a touch of the brown here? Just to make it a few places a little darker. These are her little boots, her little elf shoes, little pointy elf shoes there. She's sitting on her feet. Okay, now let's see, what do I want to work on next? I think I want something. I'm going to go ahead. I don't want to do overshade on the silky blouse or her wings. I think I'm going to go in with some stickles or some liquid pearls or something like that. All right, so let's go down here now. And let's do right here, our little legs here. And then on the yellow there, I want kind of the ochre. Is that going to be dark enough? Probably not. It might be okay. I don't know if y'all can see that. It is pretty hard to see. Let's get a little of the orange. I think what I'm going to do with some of the ribbons, I might get the gel pens. I mean, the balls. Oh, okay, good. When did you know when you're going to sell, when Jacqueline's going to sell your bowls, Angie? Do you know the date or has she said yet? Angie's going to be selling her, um, I don't know if you, what you call them, what's the center stuff called, Angie, that you wrap the fabric around? She's going to be selling them at Jacqueline's lovely. Oh, I never can remember the name of her. Not Lovely Crafter. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering Jacqueline's. One of y'all want to put the link in? I don't know why I have a hard time. It's Lovely's Crafting. Lovely's Crafting. It's Jacqueline. I just call her Lovely J. The name of her channel. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, I try to use as few colors as possible. I don't know. Do I want to call it a challenge to myself or I don't know. But now when I'm doing portraits, pet and people portraits, I use a lot more colors. And then usually pan pastels as well. Lovely's Crafting. What is it? Angie, what's her Crafting Lodge? Thank you, Kat. I don't remember. I can never remember the lodge. Anyway, that's where Angie will be selling her bowls. Did she say when? She didn't say when. They should be there Thursday, maybe Friday. Okay. Well, she probably has to have a few days to price them and do all that. So, but y'all follow Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Okay, I don't want to get too much on here. I want the wings to be almost translucent, and you can just see a little bit of the grayscale there. So I really want to keep the wings very nondescript, if you will. All right, I want a little bit more green on there. Let's put a little more green on the shirt. And thanks everybody. Thanks lurkers for being here. We love our lurkers. And when we do the giveaway, if you're a subscriber to my channel, feel free to participate. You don't have to talk and just put in a number. You do have to send me your address. So if I don't have it, which I don't share with anybody, I don't share your address and I don't put you on an email list or anything like that. I think let me get where are they here? Langau, LA, is it a GUO? Let me see. Let me grab one here. I did put them in a pencil case as well. I put all my gel pens. Let me see. I know I'm probably saying it wrong. Langau. LAN, I think it's a GUO. It could be a Q. LANGUO. Langau gel pens. Oh my God. I took them. Oh, thank you, Kat. I took them all out of the packages and put them in a case. All right. So now I'm going to go over here. Let's move this over here and get a couple. I want a dark brown and orange. Let's get an orange red. An orange red. A dark brown. Is this a purple? That might be. I don't know. Maybe it's a brown. And it's either a plum aubergine purple or it's a brown. So I just want a couple for those little laces and stuff. And then a yellow ochre color for some of this frilly bit on her shirt. Or do I want to... I think I'll just go with the brown trim. I'll just do this. Let's just see what happens with this. Hi, Judio. Made a wheel Made a real girl from a little tree giant. All right, so I'm going to take, making sure it's working there, and I'm just going to go over the orange, the little well, not the orange, but the well, it is orange, the laces and stuff. Some of the blowing in the wind kind of lace, and then the brown. I'm going to just go back over the some parts of the little X's there on the brown, and the same thing around this trim. Just gives it a little bit more nice clarity. And you could do this with gel, I mean, glitter, glitter pens too. Okay. Just some tight little areas that's easier to get in here. And you get to play with your other supplies. I think I'm going to put a little orange dot on the, like where the grommet would be from the lacing there. It's not a lot, but just a little touch. All right. I really didn't need to do that. I just thought it might be fun. Oh. All right, where does this one go? I know it has a home in here somewhere. All right, let's see. I don't want to spend too much time because I want to have time to do the, some either glitter, pearl, something like that. All right, let's go down here into the little bit of, let's take the brown color and just do a little bit extra shadow here. I don't really need to do a whole lot with the leaves. I like the way they look with marker. I hope I'm staying in frame for you guys. It's hard to do when you're so zoomed in. You have to keep moving your paper up and down to keep it in frame. Okay. I don't want to do anything to the wings. I really want our wings to be transparent. Okay. Do some of those stems just a little darker. Show those up just a little bit. All right, a little bit of orange. In the shadow. So you can see she's sitting down. And again, I don't want to lose all this yellow that I put down for the base of the leaf. Just a little bit more. Okay. Take the yellow. Let's do the tips of her hair. All right. I don't see anything in caps, so I guess we're good. All right. What else do I want to do before we get out some? Oh, I know what I want to do. I do want to add a little bit more. Could have done it with the gel pen, but I'm going to go ahead and do it with this. And I think I'll go ahead and put some highlights also in white, which I'll go over on the ruffles here. So I'm going to just put a little bit in the shadows. She has like a roughly trim on her corset. So I think I'll just go ahead and take, and I'm going to just add some ruffles. I'll hold it up to you so you can see it. I'm going to make those ruffles really stand out. And then you got to wait till that dries before you go over it, or you'll just be scraping it off. And let's add a little bit of highlight on that bow, because that could be satin. Same thing for this little bow here. And anything else that I want those dark green ones to look like velvet, so I'm not going to add any highlights to that. You could take a gel pen. Hang on. And let's get a dark red. And where I added the leaves here with the marker, if you want to define those a little more, see where I did the ruffle? We're going to let that dry and we'll go over it. Take a gel pen and maybe make those little leaves a little more defined in the pattern. You don't have to do this, but if you want them to look a little more leafage. Give them a few little points on them so it looks like a little more. So it's not just like a dot or something. It looks more like a leaf when you look at it. I'll hold it up here. Hang on. So you can see the difference between those. See how I just kind of made them a little more pointy? So they look a little more like leaves. So yeah. I like that a little better. Just gives it like a little bit more leaf pattern. All right, I want a couple more areas in her skin that just has a little bit more shadow. Just a little bit. Not too much, because, you know, I just want it to look like a shadow more than anything. Because she's kind of a mint green color. But I like me some high contrast too. Put some more in her ear there. Maybe on her lip a little there. Okay. Now we're going to get out some stickles or something. I'm going to back out one because I can't see the whole picture here. There we go. Hi, Nanamo. Thank you. All right, let me see here. Let's get some more stickles. I don't think I have any. I think I'm out of green. I think I used all my green up last Christmas. So I don't have any green stickles, so we'll have to do with other gold or something else. We'll see, or copper. All right, so let's go ahead with some copper in her, and I'm not going to solid. It's just going to be touches. But you don't want to do this stuff till it's at the end. Okay, so some copper and some clear for the blouse. Oh, wait, now that stickles is dry, let me go ahead. I mean, that Posca's dry. Let me go ahead and take my orange and go over it lightly so it's just not a bright white. I just want it to kind of be for you to see a ruffle, but I don't necessarily want it to be a bright white. So I'm just going to kind of lightly go over it. And I'm probably going to go over it with stuff anyway, so you're not going to see it. All right, and same thing for here. So you can still see that it stands out, but it's not a bright white. Let's get a little bit more orange on her face over here, where her hair is blending in. Okay, now let's see. All right, let's go ahead and think about the wings first. Now, do I want anything with pearl? Do I want anything pearly? I don't know, or just want some copper and clear. Let's do the copper and the clear and see what happens. All right. All right, so I want her wings and her shirt to kind of glitter glow, but I don't want it solid. So I'm going to kind of outline the wings. Going to outline the wings and then just put a few little lines in there. Just a little bit there. I'll hold it up because you probably can't see it until I hold it up. So you don't do this till the very end because you got to let it dry. Now, once it's dry, if there's a couple little things you want to touch up, you can do that, but you got to let this dry. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. Get a little bit more right down here. So I'm not solid putting it in. I got to turn it, though, upside down. I don't like to do that on stream, turn everything around, but I have to kind of get this because it's wet and I don't want to stick my hand in it. So I'm going to outline the wings. And then I'll just go in with a few lines. And when you photograph this, you have to take multiple pictures, at least 2. If you want to photograph it, like put it on Instagram, if you want the picture like this, you're going to have to take a picture like that. But if you want to see any glitter or glow, you'll have to take a side angle. You'll have to take a picture like at an angle so that you like there or something, it's even hard to see on camera. But you have to take a separate picture so you can see the glitter. All right, so now the same thing with her sleeves. I'm going to outline her sleeves and her little shirt, her little bodice, and just put some lines, like some of the wrinkles, if you will. So I'm just kind of outlining it. I'll hold it up again in just a minute. A little bit around there. Oh, missed a spot. There we go. There. See her sleeves there? I don't decorate. Well, I've decorated a few birthday cakes when the grandkids were little, but yeah, not really. All right, now I'm going to take the copper and we're going to do a few things with the copper. We're going to put some in her hair, just a few little. Okay, I'll hold it up in just a minute. I'm going to put a little bit in each leaf. And again, for this to show up, if you photograph it, you have to take a side angle picture. Otherwise, you won't see the glitter. All right, hang on. Turn it upside down so I can come over here on these leaves. I'm just putting a few little. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the trim on her top of her stockings there. And I think I will go ahead and put a little bit of lines in the ruffles. Okay. All right. Okay. There's the color, but when you get it at an angle, it flashes it out, but you can see the glitter. Okay, so the wings, her hair. And actually, I do want to do one other thing just because I think it needs it. That's just because I'm not doing a background. I'm going to go ahead and take some copper and put some copper dots. Like maybe it's little mushroom spores or little leaf bits far away. I'm just going to go ahead and put just going to go around and put some dots just to give it a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can grab the glitter. So yeah. All right, let me back out. Let me move this out of the way. Let's put in a shadow on the. And let's move this pencil case out of the way. Let's put in a shadow. All righty. And then what I do is I'll take a picture of it on a black card. I mean, on a black board or something. Let me get a piece of black cardstock here. Might have to get a 12 by 12. I think this is not going to be big enough. Or cut it down just a little. I'll just trim it. I won't do it right now because I don't want to mess in with the black. Well, let me go. I can do it by the scissors and not with my cutter. Let me can hold it by the corner if I do it like this. If it's not perfectly straight, I'll cut it down with the cutter after the glitter's dry. But just so you can see what it looks like when you mount it. There we go. Put it on a black cardstock, then I can put it in my binder when it's dry. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. So yeah, and I'll take a picture of it in for a thumbnail, and I'll post it on Instagram with pencils and markers showing like what ones I used over there, and I'll mention the Halawa, Ohuhu Halawa. All right, so let's go ahead and do, and again, that's out of this book, The Little Folk. That's what this is out of. And I'll take a picture. I always try to take a picture of the book to post with the picture that I've colored. But I'm going to give away, because I have 2 of these, so I'm going to give away, let's move this out of the way because this is wet. I'll give y'all some pages out of the Wildflower Folk. All right, so I don't know how I want to do this. You know what? I think I'll add, instead of, that way everybody can have extra something here. Let's do where is it? Here. The Fantasy Fairy Homes ink tracing. I'll put one of these and one of these, 2 US, 2 international. Okay, so hang on. Let me get some envelopes up here. Where are they? Where are my white envelopes? Hang on, guys. Okay, here they are. I also, after I do this, I did get, and I posted it. Hang on, they're in the other room because I'm looking at them. I posted these on my book tab. Well, it's in the posts. It's in the post tab. And every week I post a book or 2. And this week I posted these 2 books. So we'll do a little flip of these after I do the giveaway, just so y'all can see Hieronymus Bosch and Arthur Rackman. I don't know if y'all, and I can read a little bit about them. Now, I'm going to move this off the table because I'm afraid it's going to put my arm right in it. All right, so I'll show these here in a minute. All right, so let's cut some pictures. Now, you're going to get what you get, okay? I can't let y'all pick. We'd be here all day. All right, so I'm just going to do some cutting out of the middle. Okay, let's trim that down. Okay, this one looks good. This is like a nice, pretty fairy face. And Forest Sprite. Okay, see, I'm working on all different ones. Okay, so we got Forest Sprite, we have Flora, we have Faye, and we have Daughter of the Sun. Going to do 2 US, 2 international, and then along with that, I'm going to put them in these. So I'll have to go to the post office maybe tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Thursday, and get these in the mail to you guys, because I'll have to take them to the post office. All right, so let's go. Let me move all this out. Slide my markers around the way. Okay, let's back out. I'm still zoomed in too much. There we go. All right. So let's cut out some. I already have some cut out. So see, I've already started on some. All right, here's one cut out. So let's cut out a few more. I kind of want the ones that look more like mushrooms or something, like this, that look like a fairy house. Some just look like houses. All right, so y'all know what you do with these is they have white lines. And what you're supposed to do with this is you go over the white lines with a black marker, or a thin, it can be as thin as the Sharpie pen, or it can be thicker lines, or you can just scribble in there. You can do whatever you want. But the idea is to go over the white lines. Oh, thanks, Devin. Share. I'm never going to color all these pages, but I love the books, and All right, so let's see. That's got two more. Here's one. Let's cut this one out. Okay, let me fix that. I kind of got off a little off track there. And another one that looks kind of like a mushroom house. I mean, they all kind of have that fairy tale look, but they don't all look like, kind of fairy tale mushroom gnomey. Okay, there we go. All right. So just to be fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one and I'll put them together like this to kind of protect them. I can put a piece of cardstock, thin cardstock. Here's some tips for y'all. Like, let me see, a piece of white cardstock here, but not overly thick. Here's the thing about the packaging. Where's my other cardstock? Well, I'll dig it out. Oh, wait. Is that it here? No. I'll put a piece of white cardstock in here, too, to keep it from being too floppy. But if you put a piece of hard cardboard in here to try to not let this get bent, it's considered a package instead of an envelope. And it would go from $2 to $3 to mail to like $10. Because the trick is with mailing something like this, if it can't bend, it's considered a package. And you're going to pay triple, quadruple. You're going to pay a package rate. So you have to be able to say you can bend it, So if somebody has their mailbox and they don't, if they have to put it in the mail like this or something, hopefully they won't flat bend it. But it has to be able to bend or it's considered a package. So there's a shipping tip for you, okay? So, and I'm going to put them front to back so that they kind of protect the, what do you call it? And I'll put a piece of, not cardboard, but a piece of cardstock just to give it a little bit of something, but not overly so. Because we don't want it to be a package. So I don't know who's going to get what. I'm just going to put these in here. And as we give them away, you're going to get what you get. Okay. So yeah, I don't mind spending a couple dollars international or whatever, but I don't want to spend $15. I might as well buy y'all a book, right? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So let's go ahead. I got to go in the other room and get my iPad. I didn't bring it in here. All right, so let's see here. All right, let me go get my iPad. Let me take a bite of banana while I go get my iPad. Okay. All righty. Let me bring up random.org. Okay, so there's random.org. Here's our little generator box. All right, so thanks everybody for being lurkers. Feel free to throw in a number. All right, so I got 2 US, 2 international. This is crooked. There we go. All right, so we'll start. Last time I think we started with US, so we'll start with international. Let me find my sharp. Here it is. All right. So here's what we do. Don't put any numbers in yet. When I type in go, put in one number only. We're going to start with international only because we have less international people and I like to give y'all a fair shake. International only, 1 to 100. one number only. Don't change your number, move your number. Make sure you have all messages clicked at the top of the chat, or you will not see all the chat. Okay. International only, one number only. Wait till I type in go. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Tina. Okay. Y'all know y'all help me out with postage and super chats, and that helps pay for, because I do pay for StreamYard. I do pay for StreamYard. StreamYard's not free. Well, it is free. I guess it's free if you want to stream in 720 and other, there's some other perks that, you get with paying. I get 1020, 1020, bit rate, whatever it's called. Anyway, so y'all help pay for that with your super chats. And so, I send y'all out some stuff. I try to do it once a week. At least once a week, I try to do a giveaway. It's nothing big. And if you super chat me, I also try to send y'all out a sticker, a print, a little thank you to the super chatters as well. So I do appreciate y'all super chatting my channel. All right, I'm going to count down. International only. Get your numbers in. Don't dilly dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Marge sent me that. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go, Tina. Oh my gosh. Come on. There it goes. All right, here we go. Let me get back over here. Get my iPad back on. All right, here we go. First two people closest to 56 without going over. 56 without going on. Just looking right there, I see me has 56. But let's see if anybody beat her. Got it first. 56 without going over. First two people closest. Let me scroll all the way back. Let's see. So it looks like me, not me, but me. Me had 56. And who's the next closest without going over? Is it Ann Makes with 33? I think it's Ann Makes with 33. Y'all double check me. Okay. Ann Makes in Canada. And I have both their addresses, so I'm good there. Okay. New people is sometimes how I have to get addresses from. Most of y'all, I've been doing this for 15 years. A lot of y'all have been around for 14 of them. So, all right. So there's our internationals. All right. Now we're going to do USA only. 1 to 100. Same rules apply. Wait till I type in go. You're welcome, me. You're welcome, Ann Makes. Wait till I type in go. Same rules apply. First two people closest to the new random.org number. Here comes the cat. Make sure what you call it. Yeah, I don't want her to jump up on my stickles that I just did. Okay, wait till I type in go. USA only, one number only. First two people closest to a new number. So USA only. And I'll quickly show y'all those books just to give y'all a little art history. And then we'll head on out. So I hope y'all enjoyed doing a little bit of coloring with the Ohuhu Halawa. That's a mouthful. But I did keep all the pencils out that I'm using so that I can do a screenshot a thumbnail and take a picture to post on Instagram. Because I'm pretty much, I'm going to say I'm done with that picture. Maybe I could have tweaked it maybe a little more, but I'm going to go ahead and post it on IG. And I got lemon water hiccups, but got to have that lemon water at least a couple times a week. And always keep a banana if you're a streamer. View. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the enter. If you have a number sitting there, hit it. All right, here we go. New number. First two people closest to 75 without going over. 75 in USA only. 75. We already did the international. All right, let me scroll back. Leona Jean got 75 right off the bat. Leona Jean, and I have Leona's address. So Leona has 75. Who's the next person closest without going over? Teresa Lily had 65. Is it Teresa Lily with 65? I think it is. Y'all double check me. Is it Teresa Lily with 65? Teresa, I do have your address, right? Double check me, mods. Anybody? Is that correct? Why is my chat moving? Yeah, okay. Teresa, I think I have your address, right? I have like 5 Teresas. Do I have your address, Teresa Lily? Oh, it's a Y. It's an I. With 65. If you're not sure if I have your address, Teresa, send it to me again, okay? Unless you can tell me right now, you got it. You have it last week. If you're positive I have your address, then that's fine. But if you're not sure I have your address, send it to me again. Here's my email. Okay. All right. There we go. So there we go, guys. Let me show you real quick those 2 books. And then we will head on out. And don't forget, Janet comes on at 1 Eastern. I'm trying to find Janet here. Janet, say something so I can click on your name. Are you around, Janet? Janet might have to step away. I don't know. That's okay. She might have. But Janet comes on at 1 Eastern. Thanks, Arlene. All right. So these 2 books, these 2 art books are awesome. There she is, Janet. Click on my name. She comes on at 1 Eastern. You too, Arlene. Thanks for stopping back in and saying bye. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just zoom in. Oh, no. That's the wrong thing. Here we go. Let's zoom in. So I got these 2 books. I posted them again on my book post thing. Arthur Rackman, Masterpieces of Art. He does like fairy tale type stuff. I'd love to just sit here and read his little bio, but I don't want to spend that much time. But I might just. All right, here, let me read the content. So it talks about him, his family, where he came from, children's books, fables, legends, and works of Shakespeare. Oh, thank you, Devin. Thank you so much. And also, Devin streams on Wednesdays at 3 Eastern. Now, she's going to be going on a vacay. She's a she gallivants around the world. And so I'm not sure exactly when she's going. But thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. And she streams Wednesdays at 3 Eastern. Okay, Wednesdays at 3 Eastern. Not for a while. I don't know what that means. Their Tina put her channel in. Oh my gosh. Okay. So all right. So Arthur Rackman, thank you, Devin. Children's, but I should get out my pointer, my Torah pointer. That's okay. I love using my little Torah pointer when I'm pointing at books. Fables, legends, works of Shakespeare, operas and poetry, novels and short stories, fairy tales, and indexes. You will be gallivanting from October 8th to the 29th. So she's going to be gone most of October, guys. So y'all make sure and go over and visit her channel. She might have some uh, things scheduled. She might have some schedules. Okay, Tina. Bye. Oh, thank you, Nana Mo. I'll write you down for some stickers, Nana Mo. I think you're another one that I've already sent you some stickers out, and so you might get duplicates unless you want to tell me. I think what did you say you wanted a chicken? And if you told me already you wanted chicken, then I already sent you a chicken. But if you want something else, Nana Mo, tell me. Thank you, Nana Mo. So I can send you a sticker. Okay, so just put it in chat if you have a preference. So it talks about his growing up and everything. Thanks. Tina's already putting in links to the books. Entering the world of art. He didn't know if he wanted to be an illustrator or a painter. And so here's some of his illustrations. You're fine with anything? Okay. And the golden age of illustration. And I'm trying to think of exactly what, like, the golden age of illustration, generally described as lasting between 1880s and the 1930s. And then when photography came in, then, illustration took a little, I don't say a nosedive, but, it's just kind of like calligraphy. When I was doing calligraphies in the 80s, early 90s, and then when desktops came out and you could, have discs and print out all kinds of clip art and stuff, then people didn't want to pay you to do calligraphy. Again, the Queen probably had her own personal calligrapher. Anyway, so here's some of his illustrations, and then he got into painting. But you can see some of his work here. But you'll probably recognize him more from his paintings and fairy tales, children's books. And I think, I won't pull out other books right now, but some of the other illustrators and painters that I like a lot were inspired by him. Oh, you're welcome, Dot. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you're doing well, Dot. So I won't do that. Now we're getting into fables, legends, and works of Shakespeare. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick flip just so y'all can kind of see what's in the book and get an idea of him. You'll probably have seen different things by him over the years. If nothing else, just, randomly, if you're into any kind of art, you probably randomly have seen his work. So, all right. So that's, and what you call it, Cheshire Cat. I'm looking at this thinking cat. There's a rabbit. No, Cheshire Cat put in a link. And then Hieronymus Bosch, if y'all might know the what do you call it? The triple boards, not triplet. Anyway, his famous triptychs. I can get out triptychs. His famous. Let's see if I can find it here. I'm sure it's in here. Here it is. Garden of Good and not Good and Evil. What's it called? Hang on. Here, this is it. Garden of Earthly Delights. And it's in the 1500s, and the detail in his paintings is so amazing. And so his stuff is full of symbology. Y'all might recognize, I drew, I did carved his face in a not a rubber stamp, but Speedy carve. I carved, did a carving of his face. So, but he has, I don't know if they mention his symbology too much here. Let's see, does it? Doesn't really say. It might inside here. I don't remember. But it's got, of course, a lot of religious art because, 1500s. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, it is. Triptych. Well, it's because of the way it's spelled now. Anyway, uh, but he has a lot of symbology, and there's all kinds of books written. I have a small book. I think it's a Tashon book about his symbology, and but his probably one of his most famous is the Garden of Earthly Delights, and it's just it's very creepy. His stuff's very creepy. It, but it's very meaningful if you understand his symbology. There we go, triptychs. Thanks, Terry. And so, yeah, there's some different ones. And see, they'd open up like an altar piece. But he has all kinds of weird little characters. But this is his very famous Garden of Earthly Delights. And then this is a detail of this. And it is 86 by 153 inches. You'll have to figure that out. It's in inches. But I'm trying to find something really close up to show y'all something. All right, like for instance, this. All right, here, this is supposed to be Adam and Eve right in the garden. Look at this. Look at that. Can y'all see the shadow? I mean, you have to go look them up on, go look at Google him and put in images with his name and or symbology, and it's just got some a lot of just very symbolic work. It's not going to focus. It's so little here. I know, right? And there's some better books. I mean, better size books than this one. You can get coffee table size books. And then I have the smaller Taschen one that has all the, what do you call it? Like symbology, descriptions and stuff. But yeah, it is kind of disturbing, isn't it, Kat? I was hoping to show you something kind of close up, but because my camera's not going to zoom in that close to anything. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all a couple of art books. And there's some of his drawings. You might be able to see some of his drawings better than the paintings, because just the black and white will show up better. But, well, okay, guys. I will let y'all go. Thanks. Oh, here we go. It might be. There's one. I was trying to show you on the inside. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's little folk and the one we did today with the stickles. And I'll try to get a good shot at an angle so it shows the glitter, but that's always a little tricky. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you over at Janet's at 1 Eastern. Thanks for being here. Remember, I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Sometimes with the cats, sometimes without. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Bye.